take questions for Coach. We'll start front left.
Saad Youssef, The Athletic. Pete, what was the start? What was on the start? Did you feel like it took you guys a little bit to get your feet under?
Yeah. I didn't like our start. They were more ready to play than we were. Probably could have anticipated it. They had a shorter series starting at home. We're coming off of Game 7, so I knew the first 10 minutes would probably be a little unknown what we were going to get, and they were better than us. I thought we battled back in the game. I didn't think, they were better in more areas than us most of the night. So, probably the right result, and we've got to up our level.
Tracy Myers, NHL.com. Just kind of playing off that, how critical was Ottinger, especially in that first period?
Yeah, he gave us a chance. I mean, he was our best player all night, and for sure in the first period to weather that storm and, give us a chance to try and get going a little bit.
Hey, Coach, Ivan Dawkins, the BS3 Network.
Hi, Ivan.
So Groundhog Day is not supposed to be here until February 2nd, 2024. It sure feels like it came again early.
Yeah.
So talk about the third series starting with an overtime loss. How
Yeah.
does that feel?
Yeah, tough. I think you're right. I think the good news is the other two ended the right way, so that's what we'll hope for. But you've got to win some overtime games, too, in the playoffs. You can't go 0 for 3, 0 for 4 in the playoffs in overtime. So that's something that we've got to get fixed quickly. But you're right. Same start. Similar starts to the games too, which we've got to fix.
Front left.
AP Ryan Clark, ESPN. When it comes to a team like this with Vegas, where they have so many different options that can score something you know a lot about, what is sort of the game plan of trying to figure out, okay, how do you best play a team where everyone can score at any given moment?
Yeah. Well, we've just got to play our game. I think Seattle had that type of team too. Actually scored more than Vegas scores, and we found ways during that series to shut them down. So we've got to find a way. We've got to be better than we were tonight. That's the bottom line.
Second row on the right.
Ken Bolke, Vegas. Why did you think their forecheck was so effective tonight?
I think part of it execution on us. Part of it they came hard early. I thought as the game went on, we handled it better. But for sure, the early part of that game, we didn't execute, and they were on top of it. You got to give them credit. They were ready to play. They played well.
Third row in the middle.
Pete, Dan Rosen,
Hey, Dan.
NHL.com. Hey, did you consider challenging the third goal?
Yeah, we did. Our guys in the video room looked at it, felt that that Miro's stick was in his feet, potentially tripping him into the goalie, and then that Ryan Suter potentially pushed him in. So, we don't get those views all on the bench. Those things are decided kind of in the war room underneath the stands there. So, I looked at it between periods. Would have been a tough challenge, I think. We'll ask the league about it and get a second opinion. But I agreed with the non-challenge at the time after I saw it between periods. Did you see it differently? Okay.
Danny Webster, Las
Hey,
Vegas.
Dan.
Hey, Pete. Is it good for Robertson to get on the board, even though it's not
Yeah.
typically a shot, but good for him to find one in the back of the net?
Yeah, he needed to get one. I guess the good parts of the game, Robo got one. We pushed back all night. I thought, our most desperate moments were every time we'd fall behind, we'd get desperate for 5 or 10 minutes and push back into the game. We've got to bring that more consistently. So, but there's no quit in our group. I think you saw that.
On Tyler Seguin, 1, how is he doing? And 2, it looked like he had a really good game too. How important is that?
Yeah. I think we need that line. That line's got to be a difference maker for us. I think at the end of the day, they were on for 2 or 3 goals against. So, they did some good things individually on that line. Some of those guys at different moments, including Tyler, made a couple plays. But, you can't end up the end of the night -2 or 3 and and expect to get hugs and pats on the back. How's he doing with what? Oh, did he? No, I think he's fine. I haven't heard anything anyway. Yeah.
We have time for one more question. Second row on the right.
Hey, Pete, Alan Snell with
Yeah, Alan.
LVSportsBiz.com. You mentioned coming back the previous two series to win. I'm wondering, what were some clues during this particular game that might give you some hope that
Yeah.
this could happen in the third time?
Well, I thought we got better as the game went on. I thought our third period was our best. I thought our first period was our worst. Really similar to the last couple series we played. So we've got to build on that. You know, we've been a response team all year, particularly here in the playoffs. So, you know, we'll regroup and be ready for game two.